Hello everyone, my name is Roya. I decided to do a video about the ARCs that I still have not read from Yallwest and BEA because I got definitely over 30 ARCs at both of these events total, and I read most of them, but I have 10 right here that I have not yet gotten to. So a couple of these is because they are sequels to books that I have not yet read, and a couple of them come out in 2019, and I still just haven't read them for that reason, but I plan to get to them in January. And then others of them I just have various reasons for not having gotten to them yet, so I decided to just kind of shout out these books one more time just because I still have to get to them and I'm excited to read them still. I just have not yet gotten to them. So anyway, the first book that I'm going to talk about is one that I am currently reading and may already have finished this month before this video goes up, I'm not really sure, and that is Rage Becomes Her by Soraya Chemaly. And the reason that I have not yet finished it, because I've been reading this for like a month already and I'm not even halfway through or anything, and that's because this is an informational book that's actually very interesting. It's about women and how women are taught not to be angry, like even from a young age. Like adults will still treat like children differently according to gender, even though they don't realize they're doing it at all kinds of stuff. So it's really very interesting, but just because it's such an informational book and that has not been what I've been in the mood for lately, but I hope to finish it this month. I do have two books here that are sequels to books I have not yet read. So first we have The Year of Living Awkwardly. This is the second book in a series. I got this at Yallwest. It was just there on a table and I sort of picked it up and it sounded really awesome, but then I have not yet read the first book in the series. So in order to read this one, I'm going to read the first one as well. Then the other sequel that I actually have read the first two books in this series, but not the third one, and that is Exit Strategy by Martha Wells. This is the fourth book in the Murderbot Diaries, and I read the first two. As soon as I got this book, I read the first two. I got them from my library, and they were really good, but I have not yet read the third one, so I can't read this one yet. Next, I have In Paris with You, which comes out in January or February, I'm not even really sure, and this I just haven't read yet just because it doesn't come out until January, February, and I got it at Yallwest and I just still haven't read it, but this is written in verse and so I'm sure I can read it pretty quickly. The other book that I still have that is not yet out is, of course, Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I'm very excited to read this. It doesn't come out until March, but I just haven't gotten to it yet, and I'm hoping to get into it in January. I just haven't yet because it's like really huge, and I've had a bunch of other huge books that I've been needing to get to, but hopefully I will get to it in the next month. Now, the last one that I have here from Yallwest is Give Me Some Truth by Eric Gansworth, and the reason that I have not read this one yet, even though it even came out in May, like I'm so behind, is because I got kicked out of a band a year ago and I only recently have been okay with reading books about bands again. I feel perfectly, it's been like a year now, I feel totally okay about it. It's not a big deal. I finally understand that it was not me and it was not like anything that I did in particular, so I shouldn't have to feel bad about myself for being kicked out. So now I feel a lot better about reading about bands again, especially since I've gotten past the point of missing it, all of that. So anyway, I'm very much looking forward to getting to this book finally. Next we have Dry, and this is by Neil Shusterman and his son Jared Shusterman, and this is about the California drought and everyone starts dying and it just becomes this horrible thing. Dear Evan Hansen, which is actually a musical, but this is the novel version. I've never seen the musical, which is kind of weird because I love musicals and plays and everything about them, but I'd never even heard of this before. But this is basically about a kid who pretends that he was friends with a kid who committed suicide when he actually didn't know him or something like that, and it becomes this huge problem, like this huge lie he has to keep up and all kinds of stuff, and it's really weird, and I've heard such good things about this, but I haven't read it yet. Next we have When Elephants Fly by Nancy Richardson Fisher, and this is about a girl whose mother was schizophrenic and she's afraid she's going to be schizophrenic. And finally The Soul Keepers. I'm not really sure what this one is about, but it sounded really cool. So these are the arcs that I got in the past year that I just still have not gotten to because I got so many. But anyway, I do plan to read all of these very soon. Let me know which ones of these you've read and which ones you think I should get to first, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!